Hi guys, we're back at Smash Fishing. Got the good old crab wheels with us today, and we've got the underwater cameras, so hopefully we can find some nice big spiders. We might have a cook-up if we get a couple of big ones, so stay tuned. It's Smash Fishing. Woo! A wee little bit rough today, but hey, we will pursue. We got some nice stinky fresh bait. I'll give you guys a little show in a sec, and hopefully that'll draw the crabs in. What I'm using as bait today, guys, that's the pollock from the catch and cook video, and that's an ideal bait for any crab pot, that. And all I'm going to do is cut it in half the best I can. Go. Beautiful, full of blood, that bait. It goes straight through the eyeballs. Bait's still a bit frozen. I just went out the door on this one. I was bored at home, so I thought, oh bugger it, I'll go crabbing for a little bit. So all the bait's really hardly frozen. So there you go. You just got to tie it up like so, and that's your bait. Lovely bit of fish head. Let's get it chucked out there, baby. Woohoo! What a throw! Hopefully there's some nice big spiders down there. The swell will get less as the tide goes down. This spot's renowned for swell because we're in a big open area straight onto a cliff, so should be alright, and hopefully we get some big ones. Big one. Shows you can never play with the ocean. They call this the whales because there's big horseshoes and the tide fluctuates up and down so quickly. As you can see, you don't want to fall in there. That's both wheels out now, guys. Sorry for any wind noise. It's quite a breeze coming in from this side. But hey, we got both the wheels out. Let's catch some spiders. Absolutely zero in the first one. Loads of spiders, baby! Check that one out! Woohoo! We've got a bucket full! Check this out for a haul, guys. There's one female there. That's a small male. Not big enough for what we want, but That was very close to in size. We're throwing back. Another female. That's quite a few crabs in one wheel, that. And we got another male here. Hopefully, if he doesn't pinch me, that's a sign of things to come. Woo! I'm gonna get this rebaited now. That's a little bonus. I don't know how many crabs were in that wheel then. We had 2 males and quite a few females, all in the one wheel. And that was the wheel with the bait holder at the top. So just working it with it today. I've got one with the bar that goes straight across where it can restrict the big spider. And that one has got it on the top, so the spiders have to walk into the wheel. So if this one keeps catching the way it is, we'll change them all like that. Ah, buzzing with that. Because we had a lot in that one wheel, and I left that one out for 25 minutes, I'm going to shorten it to 15 now, because if you're getting a lot of crabs in one area, it's always good to shorten it up, because the big ones can go in the wheel within a minute. So it just gives you more time to try different areas and hopefully get a big one. Good little tip, that. Loads more crabs. We're getting them by the netful. Check that out, guys. We got a bag full of them. I think it's fair to say the spiders are well and truly in now, because then you start getting, whoa, feisty little one that. You start getting multiple in the wheel, males, females. So that's 4 spiders, 1 wheel. And what I'm doing is I'm chucking them in the corner here away from my wheels, so I'm not catching the same crabs. Beautiful. Still got loads of bait left. And this is the wheel I was talking about, where you've got the bait hanging from the top and not inside the wheel, so it doesn't restrict any big crabs from walking in. Let's get it back out. Let's get the other one pulled. That mullet head ain't doing the business today. And I'll try throwing it a bit further out, because there seems to be a cluster of crabs down here, so I'm going to chuck both wheels down there and hopefully we can get a big one that way. Always get a lot of questions asking how long is the rope on the wheels. I usually put about 65 to 70 feet, and that's just in case we're on a very deep cliff mark, so you can throw it out a long way and it will settle on the bottom. That's about a good all-round length, that, about 65, 70 feet. And if you've got a really big lad with you that can throw it a mile, then that covers that as well. But yeah, a lot of people always ask as well about bait. Anything oily, mullet, pollock, dogfish work as well, dogfish heads work. Mackerel is amazing bait for anything really. Garfish, all of that sort of stuff, bluey, any sort of bait like that, really stinky bait works great. Especially with lobsters, spider crab, you get the occasional brown crab in these wheels. So I thought I'd mention to you guys, because I get it quite a lot asking about them. That swell has calmed down a lot now. As the tide drops, the swell always drops around here. We've got a huge sandbank out there. So what happens on the high tide, the rollers just come crashing in here, and then about half tide down, it all dies down. Beautiful view. I could sit here for hours on end just enjoying that. Few crabs on that one. Little baby male there. See by the big claws and the pointed apron. And we got little female. And we got a really red female. Look how red that one is. We're gonna get that back out. Hopefully we get that monster. Just put a dogfish head in the crab wheel. So you can see the amount of guts that are in dogfish. That's why the top section is really good bait for crabs and lobsters. If you leave it rot for a while, you'll get more lobsters with it. I've noticed with crabbing over the years, this is like a Guernsey tradition. Locals have been doing this for years, hundreds of years. And when I was young, I used to see a ton of people down here. I used to be sort of 10, 15 at a time, but nowadays, in the last few years, I haven't seen barely anyone. It's just like a dying thing. So always good for YouTube to bring it back, and hopefully the locals get into it too and get those monster spiders. Never good to see. Anyone comes down here, always pick up your rubbish. It's not good. Got a fishing weight out of it though. A beast, mate. Look at the size of that. Hell yeah. About time. Check those bad boys out, guys. We got a slab in there. Well, 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 Mr. Big Crab has made an appearance. There's a little baby male there. And check that beauty out. That's a cracking crab. That's an absolute monster. Oh, get out. There we go, guys. That's what you call crab fishing, baby. That's a monster. That's got to be a 3-pound crab. There's another little female. So what we'll do is chuck the two little babies back. Look at that. Oh, I'm over the moon. Put both the crabs back. Check that out. That there, that's a proper spider. That is a monster. Absolute beast. Look at the shell on it. Oh yes, we're eating good today, baby. Woo! Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Just gonna put the last of my bait in the wheel. So there you go, nice bit of dogfish. Oh, get that mackerel head back on there. Oh, I'm chuffed with that. We were catching so many small ones, I was thinking, oh, the divers might have been here and taken the big ones, but it just shows they haven't. So there you go, guys. That's one beauty spider crab right there. That's a real monster. And that's the ones we are after. We got a catch and cook spider crab today. That's a really heavy crab as well. Look at the size of the shell on that. That's a proper spider. Hopefully we can get another one and we'll have a proper cook up. Oh, I'm over the moon. We've had loads of spiders and finally got that male. Persistence, baby. Hell yeah. That's a proper spider. I've just come down to the shore edge just to get some seaweed with some really cold water on. And what this does is keep the crabs alive for a very long time, because it's a very hot day and I haven't got my net with me today to put them in the rock pool. So really wet seaweed will keep crabs and lobsters alive for a very long time. So there you go, guys. There's our crab. And what I've done is put seaweed underneath it, and then the cold wet seaweed I put over the top, and that just stops the sunlight getting to it and cooking the crab, and it will stay alive for a long time like that, the same as lobsters. Here, buddy. Ugh. Gotta feed my little friend. He's been here for the last couple of hours with me. See him there, all perched up. He's been sat around me for the last couple of hours at least. Awesome to see him gliding in the wind like that. It's awesome. The life of a bird, eh? Couple more crabs there, guys. Couple of males, not very big. One there, little baby ones. We don't want those, we want the monsters. Oh, he's on the bottom. No, big male on the bottom. Got him. We had a big male on the bottom of the wheel then. It wasn't as big as that one, but that would have been a keeper. So I've dropped the wheel straight down there, just in hopes that it comes back, but there's only a slim chance. I'm gonna make this the last drop, so hopefully we get something in it. Just gonna see if that crab went in the wheel, guys. And if not, I'm gonna throw it out a little bit further. Whoa! Yeah, baby, we got him! We actually got it! Booyah! Check that out, guys. Another spider there. We got a big old female spider. And then we got a little baby female as well. That's a cracking female. So there you go, another male, not very big that one. I thought it was bigger than that. So I'm gonna throw this one back. It's definitely a keeper, but it's not big enough for what I want. I want one of those beasts. I thought it was a lot bigger, and that's exactly the one, because it had all the lumps on the top of it. It almost looked white when it was coming up. Just goes to show, dropping it back down gets them again. small male and a small female. Cannonball! Let's see crab. There we go, guys. Last wheel of the day. We got a small male, small female, and a tiny little female. Hell yeah. Get these packed up and I'll see you back at home. Hell yeah, let's cook that crab. Back at home now, guys. And there you go. Beautiful size spider, that. Absolute whopper. So what I'm going to do is quickly dispatch it, and then I'll get back to show you how I want to prep it. So that's the crab dispatched now. And all I've done is got a bit of, you can use a screwdriver or anything, and you go inside here, and then you scramble it up towards the mouth, and that makes the crab completely lifeless. So there's no pain involved. So what I'm going to do is take the carapace off. Just like so, just pull it off and you get all of the gills of the crab. You don't want any of that. I'm not a big fan of the brown meat inside, so I always take that out. If you pull from the back here, and that will take out all of its back stuff. And what I'm doing now is just going to get it under the tap and take out all of the brown meat. Well, the majority of it. I don't mind a little bit. And just any bits that are unwanted. Get all of that out. That's plenty for me. I just like to get the majority out. And what you're doing is getting the crab, pulling it in, then out. And that will take it straight in half. You've got two perfect halves of a big old crab. So what I'm doing now, just got a bit of boiling water where I'm just going to put a little bit in the bottom, put that back, and then we've got cayenne chili pepper, so a little bit of spice with the crab, some of that in there. I like spicy stuff, so and we got a bit of garlic salt, a little bit of that, a little bit of ginger, and then a little bit of parsley, just for a little bit of freshness. And what I'm going to do is put some cracked black pepper in there once I put the camera down. And then we're going to steam this crab inside all of these flavours. It was a hefty old crab, that. The size of them claws. Massive. Can't wait to eat this. Now we're starting to get a bit of steam. This smells delicious just as it is. So now we've got it all ready. We're going to get our halves of crab straight in the pot. There we go. This bit in there. I want to try and make sure the body meat gets a good dose of the juices. And that's beautiful, baby. I'm going to put a plate on top of there and wait for that to cook. Crab's almost ready to come out now, guys. Giving it a good 12 minutes steam, and it's smelling delicious. That little bit of chili in there makes a whole different aroma. Oh yeah. This is what you call a forage lunch. This smells brilliant. And as always, ice cold Guinness, just to wash my meal down. Has to be done. Fresh Spidercrab and Guinness, baby. So there you go, guys. That's the Spidercrab. The meat inside is, all, like I've said in previous videos, it's to die for. There you go. And that's steamed in all those different herbs. I did throw a little bit of butter in halfway through, just to add to things a little bit. Mmm. We're on to something new there. That bit of chili, it gives it a different flavour. And it's absolutely delicious. Let's try a bit of that body meat, because that's where all of the juices are gonna go in. Look at that, nice white flesh. Oh, that's outstanding. I'll crack the legs after. These are my favourite parts, where you pull the knuckle backwards and pull the big chunks out. This crab's still seriously hot. I was surprised though. I thought we were going to get quite a few big ones, because the divers haven't been there in a while. Like, as you've seen, we were pulling in between 2 to 5 crabs up a wheel. That's amazing. Yeah, and I thought we were going to do a little bit better than what we did, but happy with that. That's a real big spider crab, that. It's the claws on this. Massive claws. Let's try and get a nice chunk out. Look at that. Everyone always wants a close-up. That's what it looks like. Pure white flesh, really soft. And it soaks up the juices from all the herbs. And this is probably one of the best spider crab cooks I've done yet, with all the different ingredients. It really does make all the difference. That bit of the cayenne chili powder, that stuff is probably one of my new favourite things. It gives that little spice, and it really is. It goes amazing with seafood. Outstanding. You can't beat that. It's what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I started fishing at 12, so I've been gone 4 hours. Got a nice spider crab meal out of it. You can see, there isn't much meat left inside. So when you pull the socket out with the legs, you pull out all the meat with it. And when they come out like that, you just pull it all through. There we go. And you can take all the meat from, all the shell from around the meat, and you're left with a nice old chunk. Thoroughly enjoyed today. Something a bit different again. I'm trying to switch the videos up the best I can at the moment. And you guys are giving me a lot of positive feedback from it, so I appreciate that. Because I like to switch things up. I don't want to do the same thing all the time. That was a perfect amount of chili in there, because you get that little spice on your lips, but then you get the black pepper kick in, a little bit of garlic in there. This is definitely the best. This is the best crab cook I've done yet, with all the ingredients steamed like that. That is amazing. So I won't leave you any longer, guys. I'm going to eat this delicious crab, and then we're on to the next video. If you like my channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure your bell notification's on. So stay tuned for the next episode, guys. It's smash fishing. Woo! More like delicious fishing. This, oh, that's awesome.